Welcome everyone to the Sports Shed podcast. I am your host Ephraim. Alongside of me, to my left is Cheddar, and to our right in the screen is my eldest. It's Zach. How you guys doing? It's been a while.
Pretty good, pretty
What's
good.
up?
Early in the morning on a Saturday, doing a show right before college game day in Norman, Oklahoma. What a segue to go there. Michigan blew over, heading over to Oklahoma, which Michigan is 18th in the country. I'm sorry, 14th in the country, and Oklahoma is 18th. And unfortunately, Tigo's not here to get a verbal abuse from us. I might as well just go for it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't anticipate Oklahoma losing. Last year, they ended up getting the offensive coordinator for Washington State, which as a result, the quarterback John Mateer from Washington State transferred to us at Oklahoma. Last week, he threw for 416 passing yards. I believe he either threw for 3 or 4 touchdowns. He only had one mistake, for as far as I can tell, which is one pick. But yeah, this is this week's big game that I can tell. I'm sure there's a few others like Iowa State, but the big one is Michigan at Oklahoma. And at the end of the day, I've got Oklahoma win. You know what? I'm gonna say it. I've got Oklahoma winning by 10 minimum, double digits. That's what I got, just out of the blue, spitball.
Yeah, I would have Oklahoma winning by 10, 15 points. Honestly, Michigan can't score. They like Oklahoma's defense is good. Michigan, all they have is defense, but it's just not good enough. You can't get off the field. I don't know. The offense can't stay on the field. It's gonna hurt Michigan a lot.
So what I saw right now is last week Mateer he went 30 for 37, 392 yards, 3 touchdowns, and one pick. Right now, Underwood. The thing about Underwood though, the Michigan's quarterback is I'm not gonna sleep on him because he actually, I don't know if this is personal for you or not, but he actually his first choice was LSU last year because I believe he's a freshman now. He backed out to go back home because he's from Michigan. So and they had him right. I don't know if he was a 5-star recruit or anything. But right now, I'm not going to sleep on Underwood because this is a running quarterback. He had 251 yards last week, 21 for 31. He threw 1 touchdown, didn't turn the ball over, mistake free as far as I can tell. And
So he just wanted to start.
well, I believe he's a freshman. Like he was like highly recruited last year.
He couldn't sit 1 year underneath Garrett.
He told Brian Kelly, "Nah, man, I ain't got time for LSU. I'm going back to
I
Michigan."
don't want to throw.
That's what he said,
man.
So what you think, Jack? What you think about Ohio? What do you have to tell Tigo? Put it this way, because he's going to be watching this at some point.
I mean, of course, my heart's gonna go Oklahoma for this game. Um, but like the last couple years, I don't know. Oklahoma's been a bit disappointing. But if we can just have like a sliver of what OU football used to be like, especially with this new quarterback and offensive coordinator coming in, um, I would still give us the win, but I'm not gonna act. I'm not gonna go too crazy yet because we played a nobody last week, so I'm not gonna go too crazy.
He's devil advocate.
But I think this is.
He's
Okay, hold on. I think this is a good test. Second week. Had a disappointing season last year. I think this game will show us how the rest of the year is going to play out.
That's a good take.
That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah, that's a good take.
Nah, I agree with you, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't say the things that I usually will say.
Yeah,
And sometimes they tend to be a little bit out there. So again, OU by a minimum of 10. If they lose, obviously I have to hear Tigo for the rest of my life, or at least at the very least the rest of the year. But we're gonna say OU at this point. In regards to OU though, it's weird because last year the defense was slightly better, or way better in comparison to the offense, and I'm not used to seeing that because, well, in this case, I'm not too surprised because Brian Venables was the co-defensive coordinator for us the last time we won the national title, and forget he was also defensive coordinator for Clemson for several years, winning 2 national titles. So
is that with the Isaiah Simmons Clemson teams?
Yes, yeah. He was actually, he was the
And
two
the
national.
Dexter Lawrence, right?
Yes, the two national titles under it was also under him when he was defensive coordinator. Yeah, so it was those two guys. Well, that one year when I think Trevor Lawrence came out and like 4 defensive end was drafted that year
Yeah,
from Clemson.
Dexter Lawrence,
Correct.
I believe.
Yeah.
And like
Now the other game,
Watkins.
the other game.
Watkins.
Last year and isn't it?
Oh, the wide receiver.
No.
Sammy Watkins.
No, I was gonna say, wasn't it Watson
okay.
and Lawrence? Didn't they each get one?
He likes touching.
Gotcha.
Can you not mention
Who did again? Say that again, Zachary.
on the podcast?
What?
Oh, gotcha.
What?
Zachary
He broke up. I didn't hear.
I'm saying,
Oh,
don't
no,
say
I
that
heard
on the pod. Don't say it on.
Oh.
I heard him.
Ah.
Yeah, no, but I mean the other game really that is of importance this week really is Iowa versus Iowa State. The reason being, besides the obvious in-state rivalry, but both teams are excellent. I believe Iowa State. I know they're ranked at the top 15 in the country. I don't know if Iowa is ranked yet, but every year they just have a stout defense. They don't let anybody score. But I don't see that happening in this game. I think Iowa State has enough firepower that they will get through that defense. And I don't think it's going to be a double digit. That's going to be a close game. And it's going to be obviously a one possession game. But I think Iowa State is going to walk away with the win because their offense is just a little bit better than theirs.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I got Iowa with the upset.
Yeah.
Oh, you got Iowa. I knew you were going to say Iowa. I just knew you had to go the opposite way. I knew you had to go the
You think it's
opposite.
going to be close, Zach?
Do you think it's going to be close?
Iowa's gonna win. That's all I can tell you.
Somehow, some way.
Somehow. So I'll at least say that it's going to be because of their defense and not their offense. At least at the very least.
I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. I think that's the best way. I think that's their best chance of winning. I don't know. I just got
Got that feeling.
He's got that feeling. He got that upset feeling.
Yep.
You know. With that being said, we're gonna just go ahead and jump right into the NFL, and we're gonna talk about a little bit about yesterday's game. The Chiefs lost to the Chargers, 27-21 on the final play where Justin Herbert just rolled out, ran it for 19 yards, got a first down, ended the game with in the 2-minute warning because the Chiefs just ran out of timeout.
Yeah.
I remember I watched yesterday on First Take, and Dan Orlovsky, they were asked who's under more pressure this year to start and not do bad just this one game alone, Patrick Mahomes or Justin Herbert? Who do you think he said?
Herbert.
No.
I would believe I still think Herbert's under more pressure. He's done nothing.
They mentioned Patrick Mahomes is under more pressure. How is someone who's went to the Super Bowl 5 times, won 3 times, is under pressure where Justin Herbert really hasn't even done anything? And the last thing everybody remembers him for, and I don't want to blame it all on him,
playoff game
against the Jacksonville Jaguars. You were up by what? 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, like 20 points.
And then ended up losing it in the second half. So, no, I think Justin Herbert has a lot to show because he really hasn't done anything, really, especially in the postseason. But they did what they had to do. They won a divisional game, which is also a conference game against the AFC champions, who have been to the AFC Championship, I believe, 6 years in a row, if I recall correctly.
You can say probably 7.
So I believe the Chargers needed this game more than the Chiefs, although the scary part is that the Chiefs actually looked pretty decent on offense.
With no one.
When Rice comes back from the 6-game suspension,
4.
Kelsey, you're going to get whatever you can out of Kelsey. Age catches up to people, in this particular case, especially in this sport.
Position.
And then, exactly. Pacheco, he's healthy, so they're going to need him to be running game. I think the Chiefs defense is going to hold off, but it's going to need to be the receiving core. The receiving core is going to be the difference alongside with the offensive line, which they ended up getting and drafting a rookie left tackle.
Their offensive line did not look bad.
No, not in comparison to last year. They were able to give him some room, some time to throw, some time to run when there was nobody open.
There was times where he was just basically sitting still in the pocket.
Pretty much, yeah. So, and the same thing with Herbert, though. The offensive line actually gave him a lot of time to throw
with
the
no
ball.
Slater.
No, exactly.
So Joe Alt, Notre Dame product.
Well, they actually moved them to the left tackle
Yeah.
because their left tackle yesterday got
Slater.
hurt.
Slater.
Slater, yeah.
Slater is their left tackle.
No, but what I'm saying is they gave him a big contract, but he was hurt. He got
He
hurt.
tore his Achilles, I think.
I have no idea. All I know is I was
Achilles.
surprised when I found out he wasn't even playing. So they ended up moving all back, to left tackle. So
Yeah, he did good. He did good.
good.
Hey, he didn't go up against George Kalap. How do you pronounce his last name? Karlaftis?
The linebacker.
Yeah, the defensive end.
Yeah,
/linebacker.
I'm not gonna try to screw up the
George
name.
Kalaftis, I think it is, but he didn't go up against him. But I mean, like, I think he still lined up against Jones a couple of times and he shut him down.
I'm not worried about the Chiefs. Zach, any take on that particular game?
As far as the game itself, I mean, I think you guys pretty much touched on everything. The only thing I'll add is, as far as Justin Herbert's career so far, it's looking a lot like Phillip Rivers. That's all I got, really.
And you know what?
Hey.
I tried to not want to say that. I really want to, but
Let's just call it how it is. Let's just call it how it is.
Right now,
Because what do you have? 28 touchdowns last year, 3 picks.
Listen,
It's just unfortunate because early in his career, he's just as talented, but like Phillip Rivers, having to go up against obviously Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Big Ben, he just has to go up against Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. I mean,
and then it doesn't get any easier, even though he might be a second year. But then you got to mix in Bo Nix, their defense, Geno Smith, and T.
I'm not gonna throw Bo Nix out there yet. I'm not gonna do that.
I think Bo Nix just needs to have another good year because
Like
he has a very good high IQ.
But
Bo Nix in football, but I think he needs another good year.
Wait, what'd you say about CJ Stroud?
I said CJ Stroud maybe you can make a case for, but
CJ Stroud needs to do some stuff this year too, though. So
because he has a talented team, but I'm just going off of just actual playoff experience and winning.
Okay.
But I mean, again, all it takes though is for Herbert. It just takes one good run. It's similar to Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
He only has
one
run. So
but
that's all
the
you
only thing
need.
I will agree with you is that right now Justin Herbert's career is mirroring. It's actually being the same or showing like being the same to Phillip Rivers.
Zach, can you look up those stats to see how similar it is?
Through like the first 6 seasons, I mean, I'd have to write it down and actually go in.
Oh, all right.
It's not going to just be like, Rivers and.
Yeah, you would have to.
You have to like compare it. Yeah. But I guess the outcome as far as putting up stats and putting up wins because he is doing all that. He's putting up the numbers. They're winning.
If I'm not
making playoffs here and there, that's similar to Phillip Rivers.
If I'm not mistaken, I think during the game they said in the first 5 seasons, Herbert has it was either the most yards or the most touchdowns for a quarterback in the first 5 seasons or something. I could be wrong. I thought I heard that. So I mean, it's
I think so too.
It's up there. So it's up there.
Yeah. So it's like
he's putting up the numbers.
He's putting up the numbers, but
it just sucks because he has Patrick Mahomes in his division.
It's not a fun conference to begin with at all.
That's honestly
division.
That's honestly what makes, I would say, Phillip Rivers' case even worse because he didn't have Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or Big Ben in his division, whereas Joe Herbert has Patrick Mahomes. So that even makes, so I would say that makes Phillip Rivers' case look worse.
That's true.
See, I never really liked Phillip Rivers like that, honestly.
I like Phillip Rivers. The problem is just, he had but he had LaDainian Tomlinson. So, and he had wide receivers. It's just
he had dogs.
It's just for some reason
you're running.
The defense is
you run into Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Let's just call it how it is. You run into one of them eventually. That's it.
That is true. That is the simplistic way.
There is one quarterback in that draft that actually knew how to beat Tom Brady.
He's talking about Eli Manning. He wants to go to the Giants real quick.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about championships. Championships don't matter, remember?
But no, I'm not taking away from Phillip Rivers' career.
It's even similar. Honestly, like if you don't like Phillip Rivers, then how can you like Justin Herbert? I mean, they literally play the same way.
I
That's
love
what's
Philip
funny,
Rivers. Don't get
like-
me wrong.
Like they both have like good and bad seasons, and then just they run into somebody in the.
It has to be that.
And I mean, in
Chargers
Herbert's
uniform.
Herbert's case, he hasn't even. I don't even think he's played anybody good in the playoffs. Really, I mean, he lost to
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence.
Jacksonville.
Like,
But that one was a bad.
That was bad.
I could throw historic.
Almost
loss.
as bad as the Falcons in the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna say the Falcons is worse only because it happened in the Super Bowl.
Uh,
That's the only difference.
yeah,
It's
but
the
it was
only
against Tom Brady. I mean,
but
Chargers,
still,
they're off to
But
a good start.
they needed this win.
yeah, I
Now-
need the Chiefs to lose.
Now, moving on to the next game to favorite conference, but to our least favorite conference, the Eagles beating the Cowboys the other day, a couple of days ago. I believe the score was, what was the final score? 24-20?
Yeah,
24, 20, 21. Something like
It
it doesn't matter.
doesn't really
I wanna-
matter.
no.
It doesn't matter. The Cowboys lost. Again, they're celebrating. They're not going to wait to the end of the season. They're actually celebrating their 34th or their 35th consecutive Super Bowl title on paper, as always, because the Cowboys tends to be designated as one of the
35
most athletic teams in the NFL every single year, again, on paper. So what I would like to do is I want to congratulate the Dallas Cowboys, even though they're starting 0-1. They will be celebrating their 35th consecutive non-Super Bowl title on paper. So let me know how long it's going to take to clean the confetti in the Dallas streets. It shouldn't take very long. They should see just maybe 1 or 2 confettis jumping out the window. Other than that, let's all congratulate the Dallas Cowboys for their non-Super Bowl win again, as always. But prior to the game, one of the most disgusting things that I saw
my gosh.
was Jalen Carter spitting at Dak Prescott. As
Oh,
much as I can't stand the
oh.
Cowboys or even Dak Prescott, that is probably one of the most disgusting things that I have seen.
Can
I
I
I was
ask a
gonna
quick
add-
No,
mention?
go ahead, Zach.
I don't know if you saw it,
I was just about
but there's
to
a
add.
Dak
video
Prescott,
of
did
Dak
spit first.
Prescott
yes.
starting it and spitting in his direction. So with that, I want to say he might not get suspended because of
Yeah.
that.
I agree.
Because Prescott
Yes.
spit first. So he might. I thought he was going to get suspended when I first saw it. But
Me
Right.
saying Dak Prescott's doing that first, I don't think he'll get suspended, but he's definitely still going to get a fine.
I think he's gonna get fined.
Fine. I think they're both going to be
I
fine.
think as a result, because I did see that yesterday, sometime last night, I did see
Yeah.
that. So if that's the case, I don't think that neither one of them should be suspended, but definitely fined
100%.
at the very least. But,
And
but
If
I
that's
would-
spitting at players.
And I would think Carter's fine is going to be more because it was like
Yes, he spit
it was
on
on him and it was
yeah. And the thing was with Dak Prescott, it's hard to tell because when you see it, 2 of his players are kind of like in front of him. No. 2 of the players. No, I'm talking about his players. When I saw it,
I get what you're saying.
He wasn't. No.
He
I'm
looked,
not
he
saying.
looked, he
No, no.
looked directly at Jalen Carter.
I'm not saying he
Something
didn't
in
mean
that
it.
spit.
I didn't say he
He's-
mean it. What I'm
he's-
saying is the officials probably couldn't see it as quickly
Oh, yeah, 100%.
because 2 of the players were in front of him, and then you can
Yeah.
see the camera in the middle. He's in the middle of both players.
Yeah.
Whereas Jalen Carter on the other hand,
towards him.
and the officials right there.
Yeah.
So I don't think they had a chance to see it.
Dak do that.
Right, when you got 300-pound guys covering for
Yeah, you
you.
also got cameras though, so
So the cameras caught him. So yeah,
cameras got him.
but with that being said, though, again, the Cowboys are 0-1. Not much of a surprise there. You want to talk about inflated teams? That's an inflated team. One of the
So
most.
beyond inflated team.
Here's the thing with the trade of Micah Parsons. Did that end up being a good trade? Because as soon as the
No.
trade happens, they signed him, and all of a sudden he has a back problem.
I didn't even see that. Or hear
I
that.
still don't.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's a good.
There-
it's an F4 and an F5.
No.
It's still Micah Parsons. And,
I agree.
Like,
And considering the fact that it looked like they really needed a pass rusher last in
a
the
pass
game,
rusher.
I mean,
they needed
like-
somebody to watch the quarterback.
no, I'm saying it's just like considering they traded him
Yeah.
and it looked like
Yeah.
they really needed somebody that
Yeah.
could rush the quarterback. I mean, it's not looking like
Well,
a good trade.
and Jerry Jones's explanation for trading him was that they needed to stop the rush. They didn't stop the rush. Like,
I don't want to hear
look.
anything about Jerry Jones. It's,
Look. At the end of the day, we all know who has created this chaos. It's crazy because again, you have a gentleman who owns the team, general manager, president, 30, 40 years of ownership, and the last 30 years has been a waste of time.
No, it's been Super
All right, we
Bowls.
don't
I
need to
mean-
waste any more time with Jerry Jones. I'm gonna
Exactly.
Okay. There's just one. There's just
Yo.
one more thing. There's one more thing I'd like to add. It's
Go ahead.
funny. It kind of hurts me to say it.
Uh-oh.
It's I like it. It's funny because it's the Cowboys, but this is in regards to our fellow Oklahoma Sooner, CeeDee Lamb.
That's our boy.
I saw something funny. I think it was on Facebook, and they said CeeDee Lamb. The CD stands for consistently dropping.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Yeah, he does lead the league in the most drops since 2022.
dude, really?
He does.
Zachary, is that true?
Yes.
No,
It
that
wouldn't
one.
surprise me.
Yeah.
Really?
It wouldn't
That's
surprise me.
okay. That surprises me. I'm not gonna lie. If that doesn't surprise you guys, then I don't know
he
what to
dropped
tell
one
you.
right. He dropped one
Oh
right
my
in
gosh,
the bread
in the
basket,
bread basket,
bro.
man. Like,
Listen, CD, you wore an Oklahoma uniform. I don't like the uniform you're wearing now, but you still have to represent, brother. Okay? You don't. I'm sorry. I don't want the Cowboys to win, but I need you to do your part because you got to represent OU. That's all I'm saying. So, but at the end of the day, the Eagles look good. He says, the Eagles look good.
I mean, I'm not even gonna
defending
lie. Cowboys overall looked pretty good. It just they had some drops at the CD had some drops at the end. Of the game.
Yeah, they did. They did. They were able to move the ball. They scored points.
that's why. That's why.
Everything y'all said earlier still true. It's still the Cowboys, but
Yeah.
But I will say
overall.
But I will say this. I'm gonna hold back. I'm going to I'll take what I just said back about the Cowboys offense, even though they did good. But I'm gonna hold that back a little bit because let's not forget Jalen Carter did not play. So that is a huge difference. I'm not taking away what they did.
And that would
I'm
be
just
against
gonna
a rookie guard.
and I'm going to reserve for now how good the Cowboys offense is. Just for now. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
Only
looking
because
at
of
it.
Jalen Carter.
I'm looking at it too. And in the second half, the Cowboys only gave up 3 points. I thought
That's why I'm saying
that's-
I'm not really impressed with either team. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
But it's
all right,
the first
that's
game
fair.
of the season, first.
But it
game of
is the
season.
first game,
Pretty,
so
it was
you
a
know
good
what I
game
mean?
though. I enjoyed it.
No,
it was definitely a better game than the Chiefs and Chargers. The Chiefs and Chargers game, I fell asleep watching. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know about.
I didn't watch it.
I you know what?
I'm not even trying to-
Over
I'm just
several
being honest.
over several decades,
so-
I feel the same way about the Chargers. I wanna like them and say, but it's
Me
like
too.
you watch them and you're like, they feel boring to me.
Yes.
So I was working in the first half, and I only got to saw like the fourth quarter. And as far as the fourth quarter, I mean, it was pretty good. Started right off with the Chiefs touchdown, and then they were just kind of going back and forth, and the Chiefs just couldn't get that stop.
Yeah.
From that point on, it was pretty good. But
Now that's a good
I didn't
question.
see that.
Actually, can the Chiefs' defense actually hold up like they did last year?
I do.
Do you think so?
I do. And not only do I think they have to.
They do
They,
have.
they
I
have
don't-
to. There's no
they have
question. But I think they will. I think they will do.
Because I love Spags. I think Spags is one of the greatest defensive coordinators there is. In this
By the
league.
way, I agree. Real quick, Zachary, before you say anything, I don't think that the Chiefs defense has to do. They have to be like elite. They don't have to be elite.
They just need to be.
They
up
just
there.
need to be average, the top 15, maybe 18. But they just need to be there enough where Patrick Mahomes is just going to do his part. Eventually, he's going to do it. But go ahead, Zach.
I don't think they're going to be as consistent maybe as last year because they had like 11 one score wins or something like that, or
Yeah.
come back
That makes
So
sense.
They had
I don't think-
16 straight one score wins or something like that. I think it was
I don't know.
16 straight.
All I know is I don't think they're going to come through that many times. The real question is, I think it's going to be on the offensive end with the amount of injuries they have.
Yeah.
So once they start coming back and start getting healthy, the Chiefs just got to hold their own, and I think that'll be enough to get them to the playoffs with a fairly decent seed. I just don't know, how once the playoffs start, how healthy they'll be, and if they'll be able to,
Yeah.
be consistent throughout the postseason. But I think
Yeah.
overall they'll be okay.
They also really need Pacheco to
And he's healthy now,
get,
so they
get-
have to
get
He's
back
healthy.
going
He's healthy.
because
Plus, it's Justin Herbert. I mean, they couldn't.
that is true. That
know,
is true, but
They
like,
could, he's
they
elite.
do need to be able to run the ball a little bit more than what they did.
Just in case we move on, just one thing about Spags. Like
I love
that's
Spags.
the thing about the Chiefs. Jones and everybody else. It's really the defensive coordinator to me that continues to be making the difference. That's why that to me is what makes the Chiefs a little bit scarier, is because you just need to just be an average defense. But the fact that Spags takes it to another level when he has to do it, that's the thing that makes the difference about the Chiefs defense, is that they're good enough, but when
he's a 5-time Super Bowl champ. Spags.
That's what I'm saying.
The Giants
and all as defensive coordinators.
Yep.
So no, three with the Chiefs.
But they lost. So he has five.
Yes, 5.
Listen. I love Spags. I would never say anything bad about Spags' defense or about him.
I just don't want him to go and be a head coach.
With all due respect, I'm about tired of talking about the Chiefs now. I'm sure there's a lot of people.
Here, so.
I'm sure there's a lot of people too that
so we talked about the Chiefs and no Taylor Swift.
See, now you just ruined it. You ruined.
See, I'm just trying to get past it. But
I'm kidding.
All right, I'm used.
So we're gonna go down. I think at the end we're gonna go ahead and go down the list at the end of the show regarding the predictions of this upcoming week's game.
I mean, we could just do it as we go.
Oh, we could do it as I
don't think it's gonna be. We're gonna take too much time with each game.
Or the predictions of every division.
I don't even have that.
We can do both.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just go right down the list here. The first game would be at 1:00. It's going to be the Buccaneers at Atlanta. I think Baker Mayfield's just going to have a field day against Atlanta. I do. I think that in this division, just by looking at it alone, not only do I think the Buccaneers are going to win the game, as far as for the division, I think they're going to win the division again. That's what I think.
Who's throwing for Atlanta? It's Penix, right?
That's got to be Penix. That's correct. Yes.
See, that's the problem. Does Penix come out and actually surprise people and win the game, or does Penix come out, throw the basic lefty passes, and throw interceptions?
I have no idea.
So it's like
I don't think we're gonna get either. I think it's gonna be a good game, honestly, overall, and I think Penix is gonna have a decent game, but I still think that Tampa Bay is going to pull away with the win, and I think they'll win the division too.
Yeah, I think.
But I think Penix will have a solid second. Well, since it's his first full season, I think he'll have a solid year.
Probably, yeah.
They could be a sneaky 7th seed,
Do they finally get Kyle Pitts going?
No.
I think he's done.
I don't think he's done. It's just like
overrated.
He's just like a Seattle tight end. He's just a Seattle tight end. I mean, he's going to get his 2-3 catches a game. Like, that's it.
That's it. That's who he is. But I got the Buccaneers over the Falcons. Everybody said on that?
Bucks over Falcons, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be fairly close. But that's it.
I think it could be a blowout. I think it could be.
See, that's what I'm thinking. Even though it's Atlanta, I think Buccaneers are going to win by double digits. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think it could be.
The next matchup though we have is the infamous slow starting team called the Cincinnati Bengals, and at Cleveland against the Browns. And just to let you know, Zach Taylor since 2019, the first 2 weeks of the season of each year, 1-11. And some people think that if they start the season at 0-2, like they have done so for the past, I don't know how many years, some people believe that Zach Taylor will not wait till the end of the season to fire him. They said they'll fire him right there.
No,
if they start
I don't buy that.
I don't think so. But again, you got to look at the history. This, for some bizarre reason, is not a quick starting team. If they can just change that.
They also sat they sat basically all their starters the last 4 years in the preseason. They played this year.
I think every team. But you got to remember when the preseason went from 4 to 3. At that point, most of the second, third, fourth, fifth stringers that are going to play, they're playing basically to try to make the team. They'll play a couple of series, but I'm not risking it. That's me though. I'm not risking it.
It's football,
so. But You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say, who's the starter? Oh, Flacco.
Flacco.
Man, I'm going with the Bengals, man. I'm going with the Bengals. I think they're gonna go ahead and win it.
I'm going with the Bengals. It's going to be a 20-point blowout, and that's only because they're not starting Shador Sanders.
Zach, is your friend? Does he have
No.
a fever?
No.
He said by 20.
Yeah, by 20.
I gotta hear
I'm
Zach.
being serious.
Go ahead, Zachary. I gotta hear his take.
This is the game
Oh,
that really gets me.
Yeah, it irritates me.
And I fell for this
How?
last year. Because okay, I'll talk a little bit.
Okay.
So the Bengals, I picked them to win last year, and they let me down. And this year, like I want to go Cincinnati, but also considering Cleveland has had Joe Burrow's number, I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Cleveland. I've been let down way too many times by Cincinnati. But and considering that Joe Burrow
kind of like
has a losing record, the Browns, I'm almost.
You're struggling with this one game, aren't you?
Yeah, this game.
No, I mean y'all just keep
No, we're listening.
It's like I'm just gonna go Cleveland.
In Cleveland, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I was gonna say Cleveland, but I think he's gonna break the hex. He's gonna break the hex. I think he is. Our favorite matchup, or one of the Dolphins at Indianapolis. As much as I want to say the Dolphins, but they have a whole. Don't they have a terrible secondary? They don't have anybody to now defend the wide receivers anymore.
Do you not know who's playing quarterback for the Colts?
I'm taking the Colts this game. I'm just taking the Colts. I think that with the running game of Jonathan Taylor, I don't think they should be asking Daniel Jones for a lot. I think that as long as he plays mistake.
Do you know who Daniel Jones had at running back for his first 4 or 5 years of his career?
Well, you got to remember they only had, but you got to remember they didn't have a line to protect them.
Yeah,
I remember that
either.
Well, running away from guys versus standing there, you can't compare running Saquon versus Daniel Jones. Saquon can run away from guys as much as he possibly can.
Yeah, well, you're talking about
compared to Daniel Jones. Jonathan Taylor, you don't think he's a good running back?
I don't think he's Saquon.
I don't think anybody is Saquon. Comparing other running backs to Saquon is completely unfair. Number one, I think, in my opinion, for the most part.
Why? When he was with the Giants, no one had a problem comparing Saquon to anybody.
Saquon did not run for 2,000 yards, bro, that year. He elevated his game. When you elevate your game.
No, you mean he played behind a better offensive line.
Well, that too. I mean, that helps too. So, I mean, at the end of the day, but that's what I'm saying. Indianapolis have sent a couple of their offensive line not only to the Pro Bowl but also as All Pro. So I think they're going to be protecting Daniel Jones a little bit more. They're going to run the game a little bit more. The key is keeping the ball away from Tua. If Tyler runs the ball, the offense is not going to see the ball. I think that the defense of the Colts will hold up enough to pull off this upset. Now, I don't call it an upset because they're at home, but I think they'll pull the win because they have no secondary. And that hopefully the play action pass should be able to work against the Dolphins. They just can't stop the passing game.
You can go, Zach.
I got the Dolphins in a low-scoring, close win.
I got the Dolphins, and just because the Colts got Daniel Jones as a starting quarterback, he can't hit a wide open bucket. Matter of fact, he can't even hit a wide open trash can or a wide open dumpster.
Man, Zachary, how quickly he turned on Daniel Jones, man. How quickly he turned on Daniel. Why do you think he's smiling over there? Look at him. He's smiling. Look at
him. You did have a quick 180 turn because the year they won.
When I lost Saquon.
The year they won their playoff game, he was talking about Daniel Jones, how much you really liked him, and like possible MVP candidate the following season. And then after that season, the complete opposite. You hate him, you want him out. Like it was quick, but you've been consistent since then. It's just funny.
If I am, I apologize to my family.
He said, by the way,
By
Zach.
the way, you froze.
Oh.
So if I was speaking over you, I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, Zachary, you know what he said? He said, I apologize. He goes, that's a hot take. I apologize to my family for saying that about Daniel Jones. So he just said.
I figured you
Oh,
said
man.
something like
All right,
that.
this one.
Yeah.
All right, Zachary. Here's the not so hot take. Raiders at New England.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm interested to see how the Raiders will do. But I'm also interested to see how Drake May's gonna play in year 2, and they gotta, I mean, an aging Stephon Diggs, I think he'll still be okay. I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders in a close game. I think it'll be like, 24, maybe like 14 or something like that, or 17, 21-17. But I think it's going to be Raiders in a close one.
Cheddar?
Geno Smith is a bum. I'm going with the Patriots because I just think Drake May, the way he processes the field and he sees the game, I think Drake May is going to pull it out for the Patriots. I also like the Patriots running back a lot.
You know what? As much as I can stand and despise the Raiders, Dallas Cowboys 2.0,
Really?
definitely.
That's what they're called?
No, that's what I call them.
Oh.
I think the difference is I'm curious what Gentry's gonna do. How well will the defense, hold off or stop Gentry or contain them? I think Gentry is just going to run. I think he's going to possibly gain 125 yards in this game, which is going to allow Geno Smith to do play action. And again, it's about the running game with the Raiders only because, you don't want to leave the ball in Geno Smith's hands. Not because he's incapable, but you just don't want to because that's not the type of quarterback he is.
He's a bad
If
guy.
anything, he needs to have a running game in order for him to be successful. I think the Raiders pulled this off because of Gentry and him and his rushing game. So
I was concerned with Gentry because of what I seen in preseason.
I haven't seen him at all. So
It was rough. He wasn't making the correct reads, running into the holes. He just wasn't making correct reads at all.
So in this game, I've got the Dallas Cowboys 2.0.
I want to know why you called them the Dallas Cowboys 2.0.
Because it's the same thing. They haven't done anything since the 90s either.
But I never
In the
heard
80s.
I never heard them any fans say they're Super Bowl contenders.
No. But the difference is that you're right. I'm not comparing them to the Cowboys that they're Super Bowl contenders. I'm just comparing them to the Cowboys and the fact that they haven't done anything in the past 3 decades. That's all.
Okay.
That's the only comparison. And it's fun doing that to them because I know a couple of Raiders fans and
There's Raiders fans?
Unfortunately, yeah.
And that's not even
There's quite a
big.
bit.
Like, I'm being serious.
There's actually quite a bit of Raiders.
No, there's quite a bit.
too.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
So they're just in hiding.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one. That's a good one. Yeah, they're in hiding. Yeah, they're in hiding. I like that one. Yeah, they're in hiding. So moving on to the next game. It's the Cardinals at New Orleans. Just because the Cardinals are in our division, I'm going for the Saints. That's it. That's my reason. I have no other explanation. That's it. For me, I got the Saints. Let's go.
I'm going Cardinals just because Spencer Rattler is not a QB. That's it, really.
I'm gonna just make it quick. Saints suck. I can't stand them with just how they've been doing things lately. Cardinals are gonna blow them
I
out.
agree.
That's all I got to say.
I don't know what the Saints are doing, Zach. Like,
I hope Kamara gets like 30 points and then they lose by 30.
Wait, do you have him on your fantasy team?
is that on your money league?
Yeah.
That's
That's one of my.
That's easy. You got to get him to it.
I mean, hey, if Kamara
when you want to
gets 30,
draft,
man,
when you want to draft
congratulations.
Tyler, whatever his name is, within the second,
Cleo.
slow. I'm
26 years old.
Man,
When you have other quarterbacks you could have drafted.
oh, Tyler
Next
Shuck.
game.
Tyler Shuck.
I'll take it away. And if
That's
I mispronounce it,
Tyler
I
next
apologize.
game. Tyler next game.
Tyler next game.
Next game.
Oh, Steelers at Jets. Very interesting.
This is
So I'll go first on this one. All right. Here's my prediction. Okay. This will be Mike Tomlin's first losing season. They paid DK Metcalf. He's a Seahawk. I love the guy. He's not worth $30 million. 5 years, 150, not worth 30. Me and Zach, we talked about this. He feels he doesn't even think he's worth 20. I'm gonna have to agree with him as well on that.
Yeah.
They have an aging quarterback in the name of Aaron Rodgers. I don't think it's gonna work out. And the only great thing that came out of the offseason for Pittsburgh is that they were able to re-sign TJ Watt. Could go down as arguably one of the greatest defensive ends of all time, arguably.
Yeah.
At this point, that's the only thing. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm taking the Jets on this game. I'm taking the Jets.
This is one of the most intriguing trash matchups I've seen for week one. Honestly,
trash, bro.
It's funny because like
listen, I'm being honest. Like it's intriguing to me. I'll let you go, Zach. I just want to get this.
I was literally gonna say the same thing. It's trash, but it's trash I want to see.
Yeah. It's like I want Aaron Rodgers to get absolutely dominated. I want Quinnen Williams to absolutely crush him, and I like it's not that I don't hate anybody. Like I don't like I'm not like that.
Yeah, but the word trash is the closest thing.
But Aaron Rodgers, man, it's just he's so unlikable, man. It's impossible to like him. Like, and I don't think I think Justin Fields is okay. If he needs to improve on the short game a lot.
I think it's the other way around.
It's the other way.
I think it's the other way.
I do too.
Okay,
that's my opinion.
You can't.
No, you can be right too. I'm just saying.
That's respectful.
He can't consistently make those like 7 to like 30 or 7 to like 20-yard passes. Like he can give you a good 3-yard little slant, little screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like he's not gonna just dot you up like on a
that mid-range mid-range to deep throw type.
Okay.
More than anything else.
That's why this game interests me because it's like it could go so many ways.
Yeah.
Where it's like the Steelers look good, the Jets look good.
Trash,
they both look bad. And then on top of that,
that's so messed up.
Then on top of that, like I have Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson, so it's like I really do want the Jets to do well, but like it's Justin Fields. I just like I don't know.
So you're going Jets.
No, I'm gonna go Steelers.
Oh,
I'm gonna go Steelers though. But I won't be mad if the Jets win though because I got them.
Okay. So I'm not going Steelers. I'm going Jets, and I also agree with Efren's take. I think this is Mike Tomlin's last year as a Pittsburgh Steelers coach, and I think he is going to go negative. He's not going 500. And he's not going positive. Aaron Rodgers is going to be the death of him on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like he's the death of everybody that he plays for.
One more thing. We can still keep talking about this, but one more thing about the Steelers. And I'm not gonna say he's gonna get fired.
I think resigns.
I'm not gonna say he's gonna fire, and I'm not gonna say he's gonna resign. I'm just gonna say this. I'll say it the most kindest way. I think both Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. I think they're gonna part ways at the end of the year. How whether it's firing or resigning. I think they're just gonna part ways and move on from each other. I think at this point. And then the question becomes: is if that ever happens, he's not gonna be without a job.
No, you know who the Steelers are going to hire.
Who?
Mike McCarthy.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. But anyway, that's my thing. I think Mike Tomlin and the Steelers is just going to part ways, and I just think TJ Watt is going to wreak havoc.
Oh, yeah, always.
I think he's just going to wreak havoc.
Always.
I think that's why it's they're gonna have trouble like converting third downs the Jets, and that's why.
Yeah.
Even though I still got the Jets, who do you guys have?
I don't.
Hold on, Zach, still going.
I have the Steelers because. The Steelers because I don't think the Jets will complete enough third downs and put enough points up. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I think that favors Pittsburgh.
Damn.
That's fair because I think the Jets. Well, they were the worst third and short team. They were like the worst third and short team.
I mean, if
They
they're
was just-
struggling with Aaron Rodgers when they got Garrett Wilson and Adams, you're like,
Yeah, I mean,
you got Justin Fields. It's like, is he going to complete those passes? Like, he might run for a few, but how many is he really going to run for?
yeah, like
You got,
but yeah.
especially when you got TJ Watt chasing you.
yeah, yeah. So I do got Jets.
Okay. So I think the next
True though.
I think the next game coming up, Zachary, you want to let Cheddar go first? Giants at Washington.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. It's your take, Dad, bud.
All right, so I think Giants are going to pull the upset just because it's Russell Wilson's first game starting for the Giants. There's what do you call it? Unfamiliarity with the Commanders' tapes watching the Giants. Whole different defense. I think the defensive line is just going to wreak havoc against the Commanders. You can't stop Dexter Lawrence. You can't stop Brian Burns. You can't stop Abdul Carter and Kayvon Thibodeau. That's just impossible, like, honestly. And then you got Micah McFadden and Bobby Okereke running through the freaking holes. I mean, like, it's just impossible. And I think our cornerbacks fare well against the Commanders. I think Deebo Samuel is kind of washed. The only chance the Commanders have is Jaden Daniels just going absolute bonkers and going crazy.
Which is exactly what he's going to do.
Yep.
The problem is they're going to be spying Jaden Daniels all day.
Don't matter.
Can he step? He's not going to be able to step up into the pocket. He can't go around the edges if everybody keeps their containment. I don't know, man.
You did see Jaden Daniels play last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
I'm just curious because it sounds like he's not going to do a thing.
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm saying I didn't say you did. I said it sounds. I'm saying it sounds in the grand scheme of things. He's not going to be able to run. He's not going to be able to do this. He's not going to.
He's going to get his. But I mean, he's not going to win the game. The Giants are winning the game.
This is going to be a blowout.
No.
This is going to be a blowout.
Blowouts next week.
Here's why. Reason being, everything you just said. This is, first of all, we have no clue what this defense is going to look like. It could be going great or bad because this is I'm not saying this. I'm saying this is a
Can I just ask a quick question?
Sure.
So you think Commanders' defense is actually legit?
Enough to stop the Giants' defense? Yes.
Did you see the games?
I mean, offense is what I meant to say.
Games the Commanders won last year.
I saw the games they played last year. Yes,
they beat nobody.
And I get that. That's why they're going to win this game because they're playing nobody.
And I think the Cowboys are nobody. I don't think.
Well, I always say the Cowboys is nobody.
I don't think the Giants are really nobody anymore.
You have a defense that is completely revamped, improved. Yes, Abdul Carter, great pickup, great draft pick, absolutely. But again, you have the rookie. I think it was rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, something like that.
Yeah.
But you still have Jaden Daniels. I believe Russell Wilson was named the starter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Russell Wilson was named the starter. I don't even go this far. I think Jackson Dart should have started. He earned it. That's my opinion. But again, there's nothing wrong with sitting him down either. Either way could have worked. I would have started him only because he had a fantastic, in my opinion,
He looked
preseason.
way better than Russell.
I agree. But sitting him down doesn't hurt either. But again, you have a revamped defense. You got Jaden Daniels that just went off. I just think that right now in this game, just for this game only, I just think right now the momentum from last year carrying over and the Giants revamping their entire team for the most part. I don't think one game is going to give them enough time to gel. After a couple of games, I want to see what the Giants are going to do, especially on the defensive, because it's completely revamped. It's the only reason why I got the Commanders in a blowout. It's the only reason why. That's all.
So
I wouldn't say it's a blowout.
I'm just saying.
For me, I'm actually like right in the middle of you guys because I do think the Giants defense is legit. And I do think that they are going to get some good stops. But I also think that Jalen Daniels is good enough to put together a few touchdowns, put together some points. And I think that the issue is going to be the Giants scoring. I don't think they're going to score enough. I think it's going to be a low 20s-ish game as well. And I think that knowing, especially Russell Wilson, kind of like with Seattle, like he'd get off to slow starts. I think that he might get off to a slow start. I don't know how long the Giants will let that go on for. But I think that Jalen Daniels is going to put enough points together. I think that the Commanders are going to win another like low scoring-ish type game because I don't think the Giants will have enough to score, but I think that they are good enough to get stops as well. So,
See, I would agree with that take because I don't think the Giants have that many offensive weapons. So I would agree with that take.
No, go ahead.
I think we just got Malik Neighbors. I think Darius Slayton could be a sleeper, but he's not a wide receiver too.
Yeah, I wanted to mention the run game too because like I don't know where the Giants' run game is going to be. I think that's going to be a big key to see the season because if they can run, right? If they can run themselves into manageable third downs, and then like I still trust Russell Wilson to make a play happen on like a 3rd and 4. I mean, he's going to get you them 3rd and 4s where he's just running around and gets sacked for 12 yards, but he's also going to get you those where he runs and completes one or extends a play. And, he can find Malik Neighbors deep, down the field or something like that. So it's interesting because their run game is going to be a big teller in how successful they are. Because I still like Russell Wilson and in key moments. So
yeah. Oh, I do want to say this: the Giants' offensive line does look better. It legitimately looks better. Honestly, like I swear on everything.
I don't think Jackson Dart is going to be sitting on the bench too long.
I
don't see it.
See, I think the perfect time for the Giants to put that Jackson Dart in is week 10.
And here's why. I think obviously if Russell Wilson and the Giants, they're doing well, even if they're winning games and they're doing well, okay, fine, he's going to stay. But I don't think they're going to wait too long if they don't. And here's why. Because you also have to take into consideration the head coach. He's not, and I say this because I think he's playing for his job. I think he's playing for his job because he's not good. I think they're not going to wait. If Russell Wilson is playing miserably, I think they're not waiting. I think they're going to pull the plug and they're going to give Jackson Dart the start. I don't see him on the bench this season.
I just think the earliest we see Jackson Dart is week 10. And that would be against the Saints. Not the Saints. That would be against I think it's the Panthers or the Browns.
Okay. But I think we all got I think we all got the Commanders except for Cheddar, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
I just want to say one quick thing. I'm still so unsure when it comes to coaching because it's like I really do like Daboll.
Yes, man.
And like knowing how quick they could give up on a coach nowadays, like I could see him getting fired.
And where he's coaching.
But the thing is, like
Daboll's good.
As the Giants, you're not you really shouldn't be expecting much this season. Like in all honesty, and I think it's gonna be true. If Russell Wilson is struggling, I still think they're gonna be in somewhat close games. But if Russell Wilson's struggling, I do think they're gonna bring in Dart, and then it's like, well, okay, I think you are expecting at some point Dart might come in. And if he's not just like going to explode out the gate like Jalen Daniels, I still don't think that's enough reason to just fire him.
Yeah, you can't. I think the first person. Sorry, Zach.
No, I was done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I think you can't fire Brian Daboll. I think Brian Daboll is the coach. I think Brian Daboll should stay as the coach no matter freaking what. You do fire Joe Schoen.
Okay, but you just got to remember this will be, I'm not counting Russell Wilson, Jackson Dart. This will be his second quarterback. So this is his second chance, so to speak. Are you talking
about Russell Wilson?
No, I'm talking about Daboll. No, the head coach. I'm talking about the head coach. I'm saying this will be, I'm not talking
quarterback.
That's a quarterback wise. Yeah, because we're talking about the future Jackson Dart. This will be his second quarterback.
You mean his own?
After Daniel Jones. So
Jones is not his quarterback.
But he had him for several years. What I'm saying, but he was the quarterback guru because for what he did for Josh Allen. That's how I'm counting Daniel Jones.
That's broken.
But that's what you brought him in. You brought him in for Daniel Jones to make him a better quarterback. It did not work out. This will be his second quarterback. What I'm saying is, if this doesn't work out, I'll even give you this year. If it doesn't work out, you also have to remember where he's coaching. He's coaching in New York. So it's not like these guys have patience. They don't have patience.
I know the fans aren't wanting him to do his job.
It's interesting you say that, considering Daniel Jones was at least a Pro Bowler and won a playoff game. So, like, he actually, like, surprisingly did some good for with Daniel Jones.
He did. So did. But not. I agree, but not in the expectation. But not in the expectations that everybody had when they
What's
brought
what?
him in.
But
What
what was your
expectations?
what was your expectations though? Like
More
it's
than one
Daniel
playoff
Jones.
appearance
No,
at the very
that's
least.
not. I think everybody knew Daniel Jones was a Tootsie Roll.
No.
You can't form a Tootsie Roll
I-
into being a
no.
freaking what do you call it? Licorice.
You mean? I think what you meant to say is, I felt that he was going to be a great quarterback, but it just didn't turn out because everybody. Let's all be honest here. Everybody
Well,
had
he
this.
has everything.
Everyone. Now I don't want to say everybody, but people had expectations. This guy was drafted. What was he in the top 10, top 15? Fifth. Okay. Because why? Because he came out of the Manning Quarterback Academy. Hold on. That was the main number one factor because he did not put up spectacular numbers at Duke. Well, not even close. However, it's because he was to the Manning Quarterback Academy is why he was drafted sixth. That's it.
Fifth.
So or fifth. That's the only reason. Other than that, everybody was expecting more. When you're drafted sixth overall, or fifth overall, you are expected to be the franchise quarterback. Period. I don't care what your name is, Manning or no Manning.
I'm a little confused because it's like it happens though. Like when you draft a quarterback, and it doesn't pan out. Like not every quarterback's gonna hit. Yeah. So it's like
I agree.
It sounds like you're faulting Dable for Daniel Jones.
I'm not faulting
being the quarterback he is.
I'm not faulting him, but that's just the world that we live in. He was hold on a second. He was brought in as an offensive-minded coach because of what he did with Josh Allen, right? Come on, that's why he was brought in. That's why he was brought in.
You can say that.
I'm just confused
because he's that good of a freaking coach.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but if it doesn't work out, you got to take the good with the bad. You can't just simply say.
I can't. Sorry.
No, you got it. You got it.
No, you're good, Zach. Go, man.
No. I was just gonna add on to that. Like, I don't understand what more you want from him when you go to the playoffs, you win a playoff game,
right?
He's a Pro Bowler,
right?
And it's like, if you actually were to look at Daniel Jones, and if you actually look, you wouldn't expect that. So I don't understand how his job's on the line now that he's on his second quarterback. I mean, are you going to say the same with the Jaguars? Like Trevor Lawrence has one playoff win, and other than that, he doesn't really play that well. So do you have the same attitude?
Well, that's the same thing for Doug Peterson. Yes, and here's why. Thank you. That's actually a perfect example of what you just said. Perfect analogy. When Urban Meyer was the head coach, although that was a disaster. I'm not comparing anybody. What I'm saying is they brought in Doug Peterson for what he did, not only with Nick Foles, but before he got hurt, Carson Wentz going on to winning the Super Bowl. So they brought in Doug Peterson in the hopes that they could, because also Doug Peterson is an offensive-minded coach, a quarterback coach under Andy Reid when he was the coach over at Philadelphia and in Kansas City. So they brought in Doug Peterson from Philadelphia in the hopes to do the same thing with Trevor Lawrence. So it is a perfect analogy. And to me, Doug Peterson has actually had more years than Dable. So to me, Doug Peterson, after this year, if you can't do it, I'm going to try to be consistent in the argument. He should be fired too.
See, now here's my argument with that. Doug Peterson is fine with Trevor Lawrence being his quarterback.
That's sad.
Dable was not fine with Daniel Jones being the quarterback. Dable always wanted another quarterback. He wanted Jaden Daniels last year. He didn't want Daniel Jones.
I don't know about that. I'll take your word for it. No, I'm saying I'll take your word for it.
He wanted Jaden Daniels. He didn't want Daniel Jones. He wanted Drake May. He didn't want Daniel Jones.
I understand.
So he got his quarterback now. So I'm not going to hold someone else's trash against Brian Dable. I'm going to hold Jackson Dart against Brian Dable.
But I'm going to also hold him to some degree accountable.
He got him a Pro Bowler, and he got him everything else. And then it's up to Daniel Jones to take what
I understand that, but I'm still going to hold him accountable to some degree, because you were brought in for that very reason. Yes, you did it 1 year. I'm not going to put you as a pedestal as a coach because you did it one time. I understand you inherited that quarterback, but I'm also going to hold you accountable because you were brought in for that reason, even if that wasn't your quarterback. So now if that wasn't your quarterback and it didn't work out, okay, that's why I say this is your second chance. Now this is your quarterback. If it doesn't work out,
it's on him.
Now it's on him, and you're going to be fired. That's why I'm saying,
and I would agree.
That's why I say with Russell Wilson, he's going to be pulled out and not going to wait for Jackson Dart
because he really wants Dart,
and because his job is going to be eventually on the line. You have to take into account where you're coaching as well. You're in New York City, my friend. You're not in Buffalo. You're not in Kansas. You're not in Buffalo. You're not. It's unfair. I'll agree. It's unfair. As much as it sucks, it's unfair. But that's just the way it is when you're coaching in New York. That's all.
I think they start 0-3. There's going to be a lot of noise to start Jackson Dart.
I don't think your coach is going to wait that long.
I think he would. Just because the first 3 games are very. It's what is it? Commanders, Chiefs, Eagles, or Cowboys, something like that.
That was a good hot take, if you ask me.
But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of noise after the first 3 games to start Jackson Dart. Do I want him to start that early? No, not at all.
Okay.
Preferably, I would want him to start next year.
Okay.
Or.
So on to the next one that was a good one. Next one is the Panthers at Jacksonville with Travis Hunter in the game. I'm gonna take Jacksonville on this one. It's a home game, and I think Travis Hunter's going to. This is a game where hopefully he should succeed and maybe even getting a pick, maybe getting 5 to 8 receptions, maybe even somewhere between 80 and 100 yards reception. That's what I think Travis Hunter's going to do. I got the Jaguars.
You go, Zach. I need a second.
I don't know. I really don't know how this game's going to go. I don't know how much they're going to use Travis Hunter. I mean, I think he's going to play full-time on defense. I don't know how much they're going to use him offensively because, I do think Brian Thomas is their main guy. But, with the Panthers, though, they were in a lot of competitive games last season. And it's your second year, and you add the McMillan receiver. I don't know the coaching changes with them and whatnot, but I don't know, man. I could go either way. I'm going to go Jaguars just because of the Panthers' recent history, but I really wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers pull it out. I really wouldn't be.
Just real quick before you say anything, and Bryce Young started picking it up in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Like you said, Zachary, hopefully in the hopes that it kind of leapfrogs to the beginning of this year. That's the hope for the Panthers fans. So
I think Bryce Young's figured it out, personally. I think Bryce Young's going to come through and show why he was picked that high and the potential that everybody's seen in him, even though he's 5'3".
He's 5'0".
I think so, right? He's 5'3".
I think he's a little taller than that.
I think
he's under 6,
5'10".
No,
he's he's 5'10".
Yeah.
That's 5 foot nothing in the NFL. That's
no, it's small. It's definitely
it's small. Ask Drew Brees.
Yeah, but I am going Panthers just because I don't think Travis Hunter makes that big of a difference. Honestly, I wasn't impressed with his preseason. I think he's too small. He looks like he doesn't want to tackle running backs. I don't know. Something just rubbed me wrong about Travis Hunter in the preseason, and it's like Brian Thomas, right? Yeah,
Brian Thomas.
He could go off, but I think the offense needs to score. Jacksonville needs to score. They really need to score because I think.
You go ahead.
But I have Panthers.
It's interesting because I think I don't know. I think what we're expecting from Travis Hunter might be different. Because I'm not expecting him to be their number one guy. I'm expecting him to be a complementary two. And all cornerbacks, struggle tackling. All corners struggle tackling. So
unless you're Richard Sherman,
you're bringing him in to lock down your number one, which I think is what he's going to be able to do.
Okay.
I like I said, I don't know how much they're going to use him offensively, and I think a big teller will be the Jacksonville run game. If they can have success running the ball, I think that'll put them in favor to win the game because I don't really know where the game is going to be at.
Yeah, that's fair. Just ETN did look really good in the preseason, though. He looked really good.
Just real quick, because somebody put a sign. I just want to say what's up to my boy Chuck. Keith, your Uncle Keith would appreciate this. He is a Miami Dolphins fans. So him and Keith have their own set of problems. But since he throw a chat Miami there on the show, I just wanted to say what's up, Chuck. How you doing? And good luck this season. And again, sorry for the season that's coming up. Anyway, moving along. The next game, the Titans with the number one.
It's a good one.
Cam Ward, number one draft pick overall this past season
Titans
against the Broncos at home with Bo Nix, and many say conceivably could be potentially, because I believe they were in the top 5 last year, could be the best defense in the league this year. That's what they're saying, and I've seen it, and I agree.
Surtain is no joke.
I've got the Broncos big in this game, big.
See, there's a surprise factor with the Titans. You know what I mean?
Cam Ward,
you got their whole offensive line is revamped. But man, Bo Nix is freaking diabolical, man.
That's why you think now you know why I took him on my fantasy league.
And that defense is freaking legit. Yeah, I can't. That defense is just nuts.
I don't care. Give me Tennessee to pull off.
Bro, what is it? Wait. What is it? Okay. At the beginning and now, when I mentioned Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos, he was a little there. I don't know, but okay, you have to explain. At least I explained myself with the Raiders, the Cow. Explain yourself about the Broncos. I have to hear this.
Or the Titans.
No, the Broncos, because he has this thing today against the Broncos. What is it? Yeah, tell me.
I love their defense. I just think that Bo Nix just has to be more consistent. You know? And when I look at the Titans, I'm getting a lot of Commander Jaden Daniel vibes. I just think Cam Ward's just gonna put up enough points. I don't think the Broncos are gonna go crazy and put up 25 plus points. I think Cam Ward's gonna just put together 2-3 touchdowns, and that's gonna be enough to win.
Okay. So are you high on Tennessee's defense?
Bro, every video I see, bro, Cam Ward is all about football, bro. That's all I see from him.
Okay.
You know? I love the defense. I think the Broncos defense is going to be one of the best all season. So. You know? It's a lot of like what was the other team earlier? I can't remember. I think it was
Well, just scroll up. You should be able to know which one, man.
Giants?
It's a lot of Giants vibes. I think they got good defense. It's just, are they going to put up enough points?
We got to monitor this situation this season between Zachary and the Broncos.
Yeah.
That's what I think we got to do. We got to monitor this situation. This is something.
It's not the Broncos. It's just
the
offense.
We got to follow this.
You want to know what this team reminds me of?
Sure.
It reminds me of their Super Bowl winning team with Peyton Manning, because they had a great defense. It's just, I don't trust Bo Nix.
Oh, the year they won it with the Broncos.
I don't trust Bo Nix.
Okay.
Like I would Peyton Manning, even on Peyton Manning's decline, because I know he's just gonna do enough to get the job done. Okay. I don't know, because Bo Nix, like, he had those games where like he'd throw multiple interceptions and that defense bailed him out. Well, that's not gonna be good throughout the whole season.
Yeah, it's not sustainable.
Like, so you got to be consistent. I love Bo Nix. Don't get me wrong.
I know you do. We talked about Bo Nix. I know you do.
Just like, he's just got to be consistent.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see this coming. That's all I'm saying.
It's not really a hot take, like,
guys. And they're in a tough division. I mean, they got the Chargers and the Chiefs twice this year.
Yeah, that's
I don't hate the Broncos. I just think they're going to be like, again, maybe a borderline 7th seed, because they're going to play those 4 games. You know, and they put up. I don't know. I don't think
for me it is, because I didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
I'm gonna lie. I did not see that coming.
I could see where I could see his thought process.
Same here.
The Titans.
Oh no, same here. Again, still didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Didn't see it coming. It's one of those things. All right, Zach. Next one. 49ers at Seahawks. I ain't even gonna hesitate. I just can't stand the 49ers. I don't care how bad the Seahawks would be. I'm still picking the Seahawks just because I can't stand the 49ers. Go Hawks. End of story.
Do you want me to go?
No, I'll go. Before McCaffrey got hurt, it was more of my heart wanting to go Seattle, but with McCaffrey out, now it's
With the
my heart
calf.
and my brain's telling me to go Seattle. Um, Honestly, the only question is, can we stop the run game? Because we have struggled stopping the Niners' run game. As long as we can, that's been our issue. Like when it comes to winning and losing,
It's
if
just
we
the
could
run.
just handle the run, I like our chances. And with McCaffrey out, I feel a lot better. Even though they still got I think it's Brian Thomas
Just
um
real, yeah.
that they
No, go
traded
ahead.
for. That's how I
Brian
pronounce it.
Thomas.
Yeah, the Commanders running back they traded for him.
Okay.
I think it's
I got you.
Brian
Brian Robinson.
or Robinson. Yeah, Robinson.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Can I go?
No, knock yourself out, bud.
I want to go San Fran.
Look at him.
I want to go San Fran, but I think Charbonnet's gonna tear it up. I think
Charbonnet or Walker?
No, Walker's not. I don't think Walker's getting the start. I don't
I
think
think
so.
Charbonnet's getting the start.
I could be wrong.
Like
but you might
like
be right.
straight
It
up,
doesn't.
like
I think
straight up.
I think Walker's gonna get hurt that game anyways. So Charbonnet's gonna
Just
play.
real quick, just to piggyback on it, just real quick. It is true though. Charbonnet, everyone said he had a way better preseason than Kenneth Walker III. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't even close from what everybody was saying.
And
Okay.
I think Charbonnet's gonna go off. Like,
Yeah.
I just think this is gonna be his statement game where like, yo, move that freak over, Walker. This is my show now, man. I'll stay healthy and I'll freaking take the workload. I'll be the workhorse and I'll run the ball and I'll run it aggressive. And
he does too, by the way. He does run it aggressive.
I think he gets 2 touchdowns and I think the Seahawks pull this off, not because of Sam Darnold.
And a lot of people, what Cheddar is saying about Charbonnet, quite a number I read and listened to quite a number of people saying that he should be the starter. He had a great preseason. And some people are saying the same thing he's saying. As crazy as it sounds, that's what I've been hearing too and reading it. So, but I got the Seahawks and
but I cannot reinstate this as more as possible. It is not because of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is not the QB of your guys. I don't know what you guys are thinking signing him. I think it's your defense that's going to hold up enough, and I think you guys are just going to run the ball really good. That's all.
As long as I can get Sam Darnold somewhere between what he was in the past and last year, if I can get something in the middle with the defense.
So just last year.
No.
You don't want him seeing ghosts.
No. I said if he can get me something between what he did in the past, meaning terrible, and what he did last year, meaning great, give me something in the middle between those two things. I'll be happy. Give me the defense that we talked about. That's all. Just don't touch the ball.
I still don't know how I feel about Sam Darnold. Like, I was so spot on last season, bro, when he was killing it. I said he was just gonna choke in the playoffs. That's exactly what he did.
He did. You called it. I'll be the first one. You called it. He had a great season, but you said he's gonna choke in the postseason, and he did big time. Wasn't even like it was a good game or a close game. It was bad.
He saw ghosts.
It was bad. So just to hit the last 4 games real quick for our boy Jason, it's the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. Charlie, you want to take that one?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm gonna go with the Lions because the Packers' number 1 receiver's hurt. And I don't think the Packers O-line can hold up against the Lions, even with Aiden Hutchinson. I don't think Aiden Hutchinson is he playing? He is playing.
Is he?
Zach, do you know? I don't even know. Honestly,
I don't even know either. We'll find out.
I'm still gonna go Lions anyways,
Okay.
just because the Packers aren't stopping the Lions offense. It is interesting though that it's gonna be the first year with both new coordinators since Dan Campbell has taken over. So that is gonna be me. So that could lead to the Packers winning, but I'm just gonna go. I need to see it to believe it. I'm going Lions.
You got Zach.
So I'm gonna just start off saying I'm gonna run my fantasy team, so I want him to have a big game. But as far as the game goes, honestly, I was pretty unsure who to go with.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna split this season. So I'm gonna go Packers here because they're the home team, and then later on I'm gonna go Lions because they're going to be home the second game. So
Provided that.
I'm going to go strictly because I think they're going to split.
Okay.
Oh, I'll say this too as
Sure.
a hot take. The Lions need to win within the next 2 seasons, or this core is done.
Ooh.
If they don't win within the next 2 seasons, this core is done. They need to revamp.
Damn. Okay.
As in revamp, Jared Goff needs to go.
Oh no, we know what revamp means. Oh no, trust me, we know what that means. All right, here's my take. I'm going the Packers for a few reasons. One, it's not really so much home field advantage. You have to remember they lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. And if everybody remembers when the Eagles won their Super Bowl, they lost both their coordinators. And what happened? They took a step back.
Second place.
Exactly. That's what I think is going to happen to the Lions. I think they'll make the playoffs. I don't know if it's divisional yet. I haven't decided yet, or wild card. But I think they're going to take just a step back because of 2 new coordinators, probably 2 different, one new offense, one defense. Again, the defense, remember, 19 players last year in the injury. So we don't know how many of those 19 players are back. We don't know how healthy those 19 players are going to be when they do come back. So there's still a question of what is this defense? First of all, who's in the defense and how this defense is going to look with 19 players that was in the IR. So that's why I have the Packers in this game because of those questions.
So I want to correct myself. I said I got to see it to believe it. So I am going the Packers over the Lions.
Okay.
I need to see that the Lions can still do what they can do without the coordinators that they lost.
And people don't think that's important.
It's important. That's why I need to see it to believe it first before I can go all in with the Lions. So I'm going Green Bay.
Zachary just simply said split home and home.
That's fair.
It's not necessarily because they're the home. It's just like I think they're going to split this season. They're good and.
No, I know. Next game, Houston Texans at LA Rams.
Good one.
I don't really know what to expect, but I think that CJ Stroud's gonna at least have a good performance in this game, and I think it's gonna be enough to just give him the win.
My man Nico Collins is gonna tear them boys up. So I'm going with the Houston Texans. I just think Matthew Stafford's age and his injuries are catching up to him, and it's gonna fall.
And that's the reason. It's exactly what I'm taking the Texans, because right now we don't know what Stafford he is playing, but we don't. Let's be honest. We really don't know how bad his back is, because it was up until even now it's still hurt. Now they haven't said anything, but because the questions of his back is looming, I'm gonna have to take the Houston Texans and CJ Stroud. It's the only reason why I'm taking him. Even though it's at home.
It's just not a good sign when your back's still hurting when you're recovering all off season. Your age.
We got the last 2 games here. We've got former MVP in Lamar Jackson and the Ravens against the defending MVP
Game of the week,
Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills Sunday night.
Game of the week.
Who you got?
That's a great game.
Who you got? I got it. At Buffalo. If that makes any difference to anybody.
Man,
I
don't know.
Nobody has anything to say now, huh?
That's a great game.
I'm gonna go because the Bills won in the postseason. I'm gonna go Ravens here. I'm gonna go Ravens. It's literally a coin toss. Baltimore's
favored by 1.5. If that means anything to
that's
anybody.
nothing. That's an even game.
And usually,
since Buffalo's home, 1.5 is nothing.
Usually, there's been this trend too, where for some reason in the NFL, when a team beats somebody in the postseason, usually that team that lost tends to win in the regular season. And then if there's a matchup in the postseason, it just goes right back. So it's like. I'm gonna go, like for instance, the Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills always win in the regular season, but once that postseason comes, it don't work out for them. So I'm gonna go Ravens for that reason.
Oh man, I'm not going against Josh Allen, bro. That man is Superman, bro. I'm going Buffalo, and it's at Buffalo, man. Those fans are gonna be hyped.
Don't get me wrong, I love Buffalo.
They're gonna be drunk 2 hours before the game.
I think it's a toss-up. I think it's a toss. It's true what Zachary said. I believe it's a toss-up.
It is a toss
Which MVP you want to win? And I'm gonna go with the reasoning that Zachary said because it is true. It tends to happen when one team loses in the postseason. The year after, when they meet in the regular season, regardless of where they are, they tend to win. I'm gonna take Ravens just because I think they want to start off right off the gate, and you're starting with Buffalo, who beat you last year. I'm taking Ravens.
Another thing to throw out there, I think this is one of those games where whoever has the ball last is going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those.
Yep.
OT.
Exactly. Last but not least, Monday night, Minnesota Vikings at Chicago.
What a poop fest.
JJ McCarthy versus Caleb Williams. Who do you guys have?
It's not the Bears.
Okay.
It's not the Bears.
He's taking JJ McCarthy and the Vikings.
Oh man, Caleb Williams, man, is just oh my gosh, the stuff I've been hearing about him, man, he doesn't study. He don't know how to watch film correctly. He doesn't know how to do all that. He's not a good leader. He's not. I can't. There has to be smoke in that. There has to be fire in that smoke, right? So it's like, man, he's
All I
so
know is-
overrated. Like
All
I'm going
ahead.
I'm going
Go ahead.
Vikings. I think JJ McCarthy pulls a dub out.
All I know is they don't have Shane Waldron. So the possibility of Caleb Williams at least having a better second season is very likely. How good of a season
That
will
is
it
true,
be?
too, though.
I don't know. I'm going to go Vikings because I think – and I'm still unsure of how J.J. McCarthy is going to go, but I'm strictly going to go with the Vikings because I think Justin Jefferson is just going to go crazy, and that's just going to win the game.
And Kevin O'Connell, right? Because they're proven head coach.
They got Justin Jefferson, and he's going to
and they do got JJ.
I won't be surprised if he puts up like 10 catches for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like he might have one of them games.
LSU
And,
product.
like,
No one receiver school.
Well, so you guys are going with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with Caleb Williams. If I said they needed to go get Ben Johnson, right, who was the offensive coordinator, not the head coach.
Defense.
Right? No, he was the offensive
Ben
coordinator.
Johnson's defensive coordinator.
No. You mean when he was with the Lions?
Defensive
No,
coordinator.
that was Aaron Glenn. He's the head coach of the Jets now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ben Johnson's the white boy.
Yeah.
Offensive coordinator.
So if I said and predicted correctly, Aaron Glenn has to go to the Jets and Ben Johnson to the Bears, open up the vault, give him the money so he can open up for Caleb Williams, then I gotta remain consistent.
True.
And I think Ben Johnson's gonna open up the playbook this year. I think Caleb Williams goes wild, and I've got the Bears winning in this game. You're going up against a rookie, not to say that JJ McCarthy, but you still are going up against a guy who hadn't played at all. At least Caleb Williams has his feet wet to some extent. We really don't know what we're going to get out of JJ McCarthy. We really don't. Kevin O'Connell is a great head coach, a great offensive mind, but we don't know what we're going to get out of McCarthy. I'm sticking with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams.
Now,
You can go. I got some.
I was gonna say, is it fair to say that you want to? You would still go Bears even though you haven't seen any proof of Caleb Williams doing anything.
It's only a second.
My answer to
The
that.
only thing I've seen of Caleb Williams is trash.
No, my answer to that is
Not trash, but not.
the answer I'm going to give you is the answer that Zachary said is the offensive coordinator he had last year, Shane Waldron. It was trash.
I know that.
So
I'm
I'm going because we had him in Seattle, and I'm going to give that kid at least. I'm going to give him at least a pass for 1 year.
I'd give you that.
You know, that's the only
so
reason.
bad.
That's the only reason because you can see glimpse of Caleb Williams dropping a dime right there in the bread basket. You see it.
Too much.
You're giving me Zach. You're giving me vibes of like just a team that just gives up on a quarterback like so quickly because like I'm getting let me just explain this right.
Yeah.
Because would you say the same thing about Bo Nix? Would you say the same thing about Bryce Young? I mean, they're just not in the best situation. And arguably, Caleb Williams had the worst offensive coordinator of all time in his rookie season. So it's just like, I just can't give up on him right now. And it's like I definitely agree. We need to see him, but I'm not gonna
Yes.
just like
Yeah,
say
I'll give
he
you that.
I'll give you
absolutely
that. I'll give you
sucks
that.
and,
I just-
move on from. Like I feel the same way with like Bo Nix. Like
Yeah.
I just need to see it. Like I'm not gonna give up on them. They just got to stay consistent.
Yeah.
I look at it as the same exact way.
See, so here's my thought process on it. As long as I don't see him trying to play hero ball every single snap, he should be way better than what he was last year.
I see why you say that.
But
Zach.
I need to see it.
But
I
you
can see
can't.
what
But there's nothing you can do about it when
Yeah.
your offensive line
I
is just
get that,
getting
yeah.
shredded, and you
I
have to
get
run
that.
to extend the
Yeah.
play. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
I get that. I get
that's
that.
just gonna.
But
Now, yes,
look-
there are times when he doesn't make the right read right away, and like again, rookie season, Shane Waldron, offensive coordinator. Like, there's many factors into it. But we
go
just
back-
got we
but
just
you
got to
could
we
go
just got to
back.
see the game. We just got to see the game.
And you got to go back
and
before.
hold up, and to say talk about Bo Nix and what should you say? Sorry,
Another quarterback was
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. I don't see them trying to play hero ball all the time. I do see that in Caleb Williams. It's just it's something I don't want to see in a
I'm gonna
quarterback.
disagree with Bryce Young. I mean, that dude had to extend plays all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's the thing, real quick.
Here, I'm not saying extend plays. I'm saying like he's trying to make too many plays.
Again, what do you want a quarterback to do when your offensive line gets blitzed?
Let me answer this.
Like,
real
what do
quick.
you expect your quarterback to do? Just like take a sack,
I don't know. Work a
or
quick
try to
game.
extend a play. It's literally no different than Russell Wilson. Like,
Picture this.
True.
it's gonna look
That's
like
true.
hero ball because. Well, and honestly, Russell Wilson a lot of times holds on to the ball rather than
Yeah, that was the thing that was aggravating.
But like
See,
Caleb
that's true.
Williams literally won't get blocked a good amount of times, and yes, there are times he doesn't read. It just
Picture
happens.
this.
Like
I can understand why it seems, or it may be like that he's playing hero ball, but picture this. Go past even the rookie year. Look at the last 2 years at USC, where this man had no defense. The defense was allowing 40, 50 points, and this guy literally did everything he can to keep up with that amount. You're scoring 35, 40 points, and you're still losing.
Yeah. That's
So
crazy.
so I get what you're saying, that he's playing hero, but he was put in that position to play hero because your defense is allowing 50 points a game.
So you're agreeing with me?
No. As far as the hero ball, if it appears to be, and even on occasions he did do it, I can understand why, because it's already built into him. But the last 2 years, that defense allowing literally, I'm not even exaggerating, 40, 50 points. So that mindset. So I'm hoping that Ben Johnson pulls him back. Exactly. So I'm going to give him that little leeway for now.
throw this out there too, because let me put this out there too. Imagine too, as a rookie quarterback, you have DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Romeo Odunze, and you want to give all three the ball. Like, imagine putting yourself in that situation where you got three wide receivers that you want to try and get the ball. Like, it's not the easiest thing to try and get everyone the ball every single week, you know.
One of the worst.
But now you take Keenan Allen out, and now you got two to focus on. It's a bit easier now to where you're like, okay, you don't feel like you gotta like feed egos in a sense.
So yeah, I just gotta see it first. If when I see it, I see like Ben Johnson pulls him back a little bit, actually gets him working a system, actually gets him running a good system, and he can do it consistently, and it looks good, and he's not you know what I mean, going all over the place, then I might change my opinion. But I'm stopped for week one. I'm going Vikings because I just know what I get from Kevin.
Also, they didn't have a good run game last year either.
Yeah,
if you're not able to run the ball and get into manageable second and third downs,
and
I also wanted to add that too. I don't know how the Bears' running game is going to be. Like if they have the same issues where they can't run the ball, I mean, then you got a third and
then you got to have him play hero.
You need him to make a play.
Yeah, you need him to make plays then.
So you know.
Yeah.
Well, that comes to our last game of this coming week. Unless we have anything else we would like to add, hopefully next week or sometime this coming week on our next show, we can have Keith, Jason, and Tigo joining our show. Once again, I just want to thank everybody out there for watching and listening to our show. Any comments would be greatly appreciated. Any suggestions as well would be greatly appreciated. I want to thank my oldest, Zach. I want to thank Cheddar next to me for being on the show today.
Always.
And as I always say, thank you. God bless. I was going to say good
Zach
night,
wants to say
but
something.
good morning
No.
or goodbye. Go ahead.
Zach, you got it. I'm doing that.
All right. I don't know what these two were doing, but that must be an internal joke or something with these two. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. God bless and have a great day.
Perfect time for college game day.